top 10 strategic technology trends are all about building the intelligent digital mesh, how artificial intelligence is driving everything that we do across many systems going into the future. It's about the digital world, bringing the virtual world and the real world together into a new digital reality. And it's about connections. That's the mesh, connecting people, connecting processes, connecting things together in new and interesting ways. It's the convergence of all of this and using it to support a continuous innovation process. Autonomous things is the first trend on our strategic technology trend list. Autonomous things is about using AI technology to drive new capabilities in hardware and software systems, on the land with autonomous vehicles, in the air with drones, and even on the sea with autonomous shipping. When we look at this world of autonomous things, it's not just those hardware systems, it's software as well. So we're going to see autonomous things in the digital world with intelligent agents working on our behalf. Our second trend is augmented analytics. Augmented analytics is about not replacing people with AI systems, but augmenting people. Specifically with augmented analytics, it's around the world of analytics and business intelligence. So we're creating citizen data scientists. Imagine a world using natural language interfaces where a sales manager can say, what are the biggest issues that are going to impact my sales and whether I'm going to hit quota next month? The system then can automatically bring together the right data sets, look at lots of different hypotheses around that, and come up with insights that you otherwise would not have had. AI-driven development is the third trend on our strategic technology trend list. AI-driven development is about using AI in the context of the development process. It's about making it easier to create AI-enabled systems. We'll eventually see AI-driven automated code generation. We're starting to see automated testing tools and seeing automated model generation as well. The fourth trend is digital twin. A digital twin is a digital representation of a real-world thing that are connected together. We can have digital twins of people, processes, and things. Heavy equipment manufacturers, airlines, and others are using this concept of the digital twin to monitor real-world assets and drive significant savings in maintenance and repair and operations areas. And over time, we're going to link the digital twins of various processes and people and things together to support smart cities and similar initiatives. Empowered Edge is the fifth trend on the strategic technology trend list. The empowered edge is all about how we're driving greater capabilities into those edge devices. There's three key things that we're looking at here. Number one is cloud to the edge. Looking at how cloud computing is not competing with the edge, but we're using cloud architectures to deliver capabilities and manage capabilities out to the edge. It's also about actually empowering those edge devices with AI chips, greater compute capabilities, more storage. And finally, it's about communicating to the edge. So things like 5G that are going to start ramping up next year and growing over the next 5 years are going to really drive edge computing. Our sixth trend on the list is immersive experience. Immersive experience is all about how humans interact with the digital world. How we perceive the digital world is changing, and this is the world of augmented and virtual and mixed reality. Something like remote assistance. We see companies using this to, say, have an expert engineer work with somebody in a remote factory to get a piece of equipment back online, saving millions of dollars so that production line is not down. But it's also about how we interact with the digital world. And this is where we see various conversational platforms through smart speakers and chatbots and things like that, creating customer service agents, etc. Blockchain is the seventh trend on our strategic technology trend list. Blockchain is a ledger, but it's a shared ledger, a distributed ledger, an immutable ledger, with an algorithmic-based trust model to validate the transactions that are going in the ledger. The key value proposition around blockchain is reducing business friction and technology friction as this ledger is independent of individual applications and potentially operating across companies. Smart spaces is the eighth trend on our strategic technology trend list. Smart spaces is about creating environments that bring a number of technologies and trends together in an integrated fashion to support targeted persona or user category, or a specific industry scenario. Examples of smart spaces include advanced digital workplaces, connected factories, or smart cities. As we go forward, it's not about looking at a smart city with a bunch of individual applications or components, but it's integrating it together to create a digital twin of that city. The ninth trend is privacy and ethics. Just because we can do something with artificial intelligence, should we? And we've seen major privacy challenges. One example is a fitness tracking company that had a cool idea to track where their users were. Unfortunately, some of those fitness trackers were used by military people in Iraq, and so suddenly information about the location of these soldiers was published on the internet. Just because we can gather all this information about people, should we? Our 10th trend is quantum computing. Let me tell you how to think about quantum computing. Imagine you had a giant library with millions and millions of books. A classic computer would read all those books in a linear fashion, but really, really fast. With quantum computing, it's like reading all the books at the same time. Quantum computing has the potential to solve problems in chemistry, material science, and other areas that are impossible to solve today. These are the trends that you can't afford to ignore. These are the trends that are going to power your continuous next process. These are the trends that are going to underlay your creation of the intelligent digital mesh. These are the trends that are going to create business value and your differentiation of the future.